John, your thoughts on a 2-1 defeat at Salford this afternoon?
Just disappointing in terms of the final third play. You know, we've got to take our chances. I mean, everyone goes on about goals change games, and the first goal, you know, it's a strike from Woodburn from distance. We vacate the midfield. You know, that's just from a tactical point of view. We have to be better there, and then you've got to stop the shot. So someone's got to come out, block a shot, and it ends up in the bottom corner. And then obviously Garbutt's free kick. I'll have to have another look at that. I'm just seeing it live. So you know, you could say it's quality. I don't really know. I know it's gone over the wall, so I'll have to look at that in a bit more detail. But you know, the goals changed the game. The first one, I mean, I think we actually didn't start too bad, but you know, we needed to have more control of the game. I think, you know, off the top of my head, I think in terms of possession and everything else, I think we probably had more of the ball. We probably had passed the ball more than them. I think we probably had better stats than them. I don't know, maybe they've had more corners. But the biggest stats, the 2-0 scoreline. You know, but you know, Isaac, it's the post, so that goes in. It's a totally different game. Kelsey Mooney gets a chance, header straight at the keeper in the first half. So them chances go in. It's a totally different game.
Are you just giving yourself too much to do in these games? I think it was 26 minutes and you're 2-0 down. You were 2-0 down at Crewe last week. Is it almost they're finding those moments after they've conceded goals?
No, because goals change games. So I've just said that, and I said, you know, the first goal goes in. So you're always going to give yourself too much to do if you're 2-0 down in any game. And you can't do that. So 26 minutes gone, you're 2-0 down. And I'll just explain the reasons why. A free shot and a worldy free kick. And the free kick I'd have to look into a bit more detail. But the way we went about it, the commitment, I didn't like in the first half when they're going long and they're winning first contacts. Not all the time, but if they did, you know, they're picking the second ball off. If we won first contacts ourselves, they're picking the second ball in midfield. So we have to be better than that, and we have to be better with our selection of pass. And when we get it wide, we have to be better with the quality coming into the box.
2 goals conceded in quick succession as well. Is that a mental element as much as a physical, as much as a football element? Because I guess you would want to be able to reset and steel yourself and go again, but when another one follows very quickly, that must make it very difficult.
As footballers, we've chatted about that. We chatted about it all last season in terms of that. As you can see, the goal does change the game, but it shouldn't change your mindset or how you play or how you can deal or handle the ball. That shouldn't change from a tactical point of view unless we decide we're going to change tactically. But you know, as I just said there, it's the goal is the first goal, and the second one is right after it, more or less, and it's a free kick.
Is it a frustration, particularly the other end of the pitch? You've talked about the final third, not taking those chances when you've done it in cup games this season.
100%. So you know, I've asked them to, and that's the challenge: if get the momentum that you've got from the cup games and take that now into a league game. So that was the focus today. We don't have to change the way we're playing. We just have to now go and punish teams when we do create chances. And in the second half, we started really well. And then hence, I think they still had probably 2 of the better chances from mistakes, from us not dealing with the ball. And then you know, we dominate, I think, the second half, and we create chances. And lads should score goals, and they don't.
Joe Barres in for his debut today. What did you make of? He lasted over an hour, didn't he?
Yeah, it was neat. It's always going to be a challenging one for Joe. He's slightly behind in terms of fitness. You know, Burnley Premiership club, they come back and what have you. So you know, he started off okay, and then you could see that he was always going to tire. I think they were picking second balls up, and you could see that. So he was always going to have a plan to bring Joe off at some point.
And as far as personnel is concerned, Ben Ward back from the start today. How big a boost is that given the impact he had last season?
Massive. Great play for us, Ben. He's a top player, and you could see that today. He goes and wins first contacts. He's got quality on the ball. He defends really well, and that'll put him in good stead now. You know, getting them 94 minutes in his legs. Tyler
Walton, you brought on at half time, and obviously he got the penalty and scored it. Where was he at fitness-wise? Was he in contention to start, or was it very much a sub-role with his comeback?
No, it's definitely going to be a sub-role, I think, because of obviously the niggle with his sort of back, come hamstring type of thing. So we didn't really want to force the issue. But I think when you said before about going down 2-0 in quick succession, the goals going in, you'd have to change something. So it was half-time he made that change. But as I said, he looked sharp. You know, he's created the penalty, I think, and then finished the penalty, so which is great for Tyler.
And you were without a couple more today in terms of guys who've been in your squad regularly. Donald Love springs to mind immediately. What's the situation?
Just a little niggle on his ankle. So he had an operation years ago, something like that. So it always goes a little bit sore and feels a little bit solid, and at times so he got a knock on it when he came on against Peterborough. So just more precaution with Donald, but he should be fine.
And now you've not got a midweek game, even though the schedule said you should have one. At this point, Is that a good thing for you? Would you have preferred to play? I know you can't choose, but is it a bit of a recuperation, try and get a few back for Saturday?
Well, it is, but it's still learning. So there's still stuff that to be done on the training ground. So you can come off it slightly, but they've got to train, they've got to see the video, they've got to see everything. So you can't say go and have 2 or 3 days off. You just lost a game of football that we're all unhappy about. So we'll be on Monday and we'll go through it. We'll go through the game itself, both halves, and we'll put a plan into obviously for the rest of the week.
And just in terms of that week, will 7 days make a difference to any of the injured? Will anybody be close for next weekend?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, off the top of my head it would be, but as I said, we'll just have to wait and see what the medical have to say on that, Dan.